starting to hop on to Zoom and Facebook, and I am the Wizard of Oz behind the scenes, and I'm managing questions. But I just wanted to introduce our featured broadcasters today. We have Mileva Epperson, and I always say Nikki Holla, but that's your maiden name, I think, right?
No, Holla's my married name.
Oh, it is your married name. Yes. Okay, Nikki Holla. Good. Well, I'm saying it right.
You got it right.
There we go. So Nikki's from Wisconsin, Mileva's from Pennsylvania. They're both professional artists, and you should follow both of them. I'll put their brands in the chat boxes here, but they were doing me a solid and coming on today to show you how fun and simple it is to mix up custom blend lip products with our custom blend system. So this Woman Crush Wednesday will conclude our interactive session for the month of August, I guess we're in. And Nikki's a busy mom of 4. In fact, she's got like 10 minutes, and then she's gonna hop off to pick up her kids. But you know, sometimes less is more, and I think the point is we want you to see how simple this is. And Mileva's a dog mom, so you might hear babies, you might hear dogs, but we're gonna have fun, and we'll just take it from here. Go ahead, guys.
Sweet. I think we might have just lost Nikki.
Oh, really?
But that's okay.
I know. I started switching the speaker view. I'm like, wait, did something happen? Okay, well, if she comes back on, she comes back on.
There she is.
There she is.
Sorry, I don't know what just happened.
Sometimes I thought I froze because I'm like, if nobody blinks for like more than 10 seconds, I'm like, wait, am I frozen? Or makeup artist and technology. It's good times.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I don't know. It just booted me out.
Well, Nikki, I know that you're on a time crunch. Did you want to talk a little bit about your experience with blending, and then did you have one picked that you wanted to blend out?
Perfect. Yeah, thank you. So I have been custom blending for probably about 3 years now. When I first joined, partnered up, I wanted to get into custom blend, but I was like, I don't really know. And then a year later, I was like, you know what, let me do it. And it's probably one of the best decisions I made. I have a lot of clients that come back to me to get their refills for foundation. It's a great way to get creative. So I make foundations, I make concealers, the brow pomades. I love making lipsticks. It's a lot of fun, and it is so nice to offer your clients something that you really can't find out in the market. And that's kind of one of the main things that I really love about it. So I've had pretty good success with it as well, with my clients when I introduced it. And so I've been doing it for 3 years, and it's continually growing, and it's kind of one of those things that I feel like you're never going to like lose customers or kind of like decrease sales by any means, because I just feel like when more people get introduced to it, they fall in love with it, and you kind of have like, you know, a longtime client in that regards. I use it on myself. I love blending almost to a fault, because I probably have like 5 or 6 different types of foundations now that I've made myself, and lipsticks. And so but it's so much fun. So yeah, that's kind of like a little bit of my background with custom blend. And then I'm going to make a lipstick, and it's actually one of Lee Rader's lipsticks from one of her custom blend classes. I loved the color, and I can't remember the name because I think it was called like Lee's. It has her name in the title, and I think it's you can find it like
maybe Lee will remember.
I found the recipe, but I couldn't find the name of it. But yeah, I'm sure she remembers because it was from her custom blend class like a couple months ago, so it's fairly new. So I'm going to go ahead and make that lipstick. Are we going to make lipsticks together, or?
Yeah, I think we can both talk about which one we're doing, and then we'll start blending together.
Okay, perfect.
So, hey, Leslie, I just saw her pop up. So Lee, if you want to type in your comments, do you remember your lipstick Please lipstick magic. I just made that up. I have no idea. Whatever color, that would be awesome. For me, I picked 2 out of the recipe book. So for me, it's under the lip creams section, under the lips section. The lip section. Oh, I just stabbed myself in the eye. Under the lip section of our recipe book, one is called Cinnamon Kiss, and the other is called Wine Not, because I wanted to do like a little bit of a berry theme going on, so I wanted to pick a lip to match that. Both are by Ka Zhang. Ka is like an incredible blender, mixologist of all kinds of lips, eyes. I mean, just if you were not part of our Motives Pro group and you're with Motives Cosmetics, please look her up. She is so amazing about sharing her recipes, and she does have a bunch in this book. She's really, really incredible. So I picked those. I've been blending for about 5 years now. I absolutely love it. Like everything that Nikki touched on was so spot on. It's incredible revenue added to any business, whether you're a beauty professional or not. You do not have to be a beauty professional to feel confident creating this line, because it really is just about color therapy, color theory, a little bit of therapy, and a little bit of just like having fun, you know, just being creative and being able to follow kind of a formula, which is nice. So that's a little bit about the custom blend system. And what's great, she talked about, you know, a lot of the base foundation, which you see in the background here. We do a lot of like therapy foundations and concealers and powders, and I mix a lot of those too. But sometimes we forget how playful we can be and how many different products we can create with our custom blend system. Like Nikki talked about, she loves lipstick. She likes creating the brow pomades. For me, most recently, I really had a great experience with a client because I did a look on them and they loved it, but they didn't want to order the entire palette. They just wanted to order like one specific shade that made sense for them. And so instead of for me trying to have to like look at the images and match that exact color in an individual shade, I just could create it, which was wonderful. So I took our custom blend system and just matched that exact same powder eyeshadow that I used on her. And then it was a mistake on my part, but I usually like to go through my kit and figure out like what's discontinued so that I don't use those products on people. But I missed one. And of course she loved it. And so I used this cream eyeshadow that we no longer have, because I know the company, we're launching so many new things, which I'm excited for. But instead of me calling her and saying, so I used a product that's discontinued, you can't have it, I ended up just custom blending it. And so I made a cream eyeshadow blend that was the exact color based on her system. And so I love that it helps us be very forgiving in what we do. But also, how many times have you all used a product, or you had a customer or client use a product that is no longer made and they loved it? Well, here's the neat thing is we can dupe it. As long as they have a little bit left over, or even maybe just a picture of it, we can swatch it and then mix it. And that's what I love. And just like Nikki says, you know, the revenue keeps coming, which is wonderful because you can make so many different products for one person. I have one client that started with a full coverage foundation. Then she also got more of a summer sheer color, like a tinted moisturizer. And then she also ordered a concealer. And then finally she's like, do you make like a tinted primer for me? Like kind of a gel primer? I was like, yeah, sure can. And so now I've also made her a tinted primer. And so she has four different formulas now, which is amazing because you can kind of keep adding to the same customer and kind of increase your share of customer, which is what we like to call it.
Can I just add something too, based on what you were saying?
Please,
you know, like,
please.
You know, you do get these clients that like want you to duplicate something. And what's really great is that you may not necessarily know how to duplicate it, but we have this great resource and this family that can kind of get together and help each other out to kind of come up with the formula if you're struggling with it. So I just wanted to chime in and add that too, because sometimes you're like, oh, I'm not really sure if I can, you know, replicate this eyeshadow color, but you know, there's a lot of us that can work together to kind of make that formula happen.
Absolutely. That's such a great point. I'm glad you shared that, because we just experienced that recently with one of our custom blend specialists with a skin tone that he was blending from afar, and a whole bunch of people could chime in and add value on how to tweak it to make it perfect. So we have such a great community over here. But what do you think? Let's blend some stuff up. All right. So for my first one, I'm going to do the Cinnamon Kiss. And it's a blend when you're doing lips. It's a blend of both the liquid line and the powder line. So I have the 4 colors that I need to blend this Cinnamon Kiss. And then right from the formula, it also, the liquid portion of it is Fringe Benefit, which is a primer that we use in our foundations. And then also this Soothing Botanical, which feels amazing on all parts of your body, but the lips, it feels really good to add just that like hydration and that soothing component into your blend. Do you have the same additives for you?
Pretty much. I'm also going to be adding a hydrator because my lips get pretty chapped and they're out of control. So I'm going to add a hydrator, and then I'm actually even going to add a little bit of Beauty Balm to it.
Nice.
But otherwise everything else is the same. I have 3, 4, 5 powders that I'm using to get my color. But yeah, I mean, it's so easy. It's just like a few powders, few liquids, mix it all together. Bam, you got yourself a nice cream, a lip cream.
Yeah, and you'll see it'll take us about like 3 or 4 minutes tops.
Right.
And then I don't know, I'm going to show what I put mine in. They're just like little sample jars. So you can get these in bulk at a bunch of different cosmetic type resource outlets that we have a bunch that are partners of ours. These were, I honestly don't remember where they came from, but they just came in a big box, which is nice. And some have like opaque black lids, and then some are clear, so it gives you a little bit of choice. But this is what I use. Do you use something different?
Yeah,
Nikki?
I pretty much use the same thing. I got mine from AliExpress. I think we're still partnered with them, so it was a partner store at the time. So I bought in bulk as well, probably like 100 or 200 of these containers, and I'm also going to be putting mine in that.
They're great because you can use them for your eyeshadows, your cream eyeshadows.
Right.
You can use them for concealer, so they're a great versatile little jar there. Okay, so my first one is I'm using half a teaspoon. So what you'll need to be able to blend these, you'll either need a set of teaspoons just in case you're using a lot of one color. And then they actually, I didn't even know these existed. Thanks, Linda. Yes, AliExpress is still a partner store. I didn't even know these existed until Custom Blend, but they have these tiny little baby ones called Smidgen, Pinch, and Dash. They're like adorable. And that's what we use as well in our blending. I got these from Bed Bath & Beyond, which is a partner store, but I know there are a lot of different places that you can get these little guys.
Right, I know, they're so cute. Dash,
They're super cute.
Smidgen, and Pinch. I love it.
And then we have a blending spatula, and then this tracing paper, both which you can buy from our company, which is great because I haven't found a better price for them. And so this is what we use to kind of like smear and mix our powder colors. And then we can move them into a beaker. This is where we get all like Bill and I. We move them into a beaker where we add our liquid. So it's kind of like baking. You put your dry ingredients together for your liquid, and then. Okay, so let's see. My first is a half teaspoon of Sunstone, which is this like reddish coppery color here. Cinnamon Kiss. I just love that name. That's part of the fun of making your own blends, right? You get to name them.
Right, exactly. I've just kind of gone in. I've already, I'm on my 3rd color powder, getting my dashes in there.
Oh, you're awesome. I've just been talking too much. Okay.
No, that's okay. While you're talking, I'm getting ready to mix. Okay, let's see.
And like dumping it right on the tracing paper.
Yeah.
When you scoop up, you just like baking one to level off the powder. There's my Cinnamon Kiss. How amazing too that these colors are straight from the earth. They're like mines from like, these are all natural pigments. There's no dyes. This one's called Tourmaline. It's like hot pink. I love it.
Yeah, I've used that a lot actually. I finally just finished my rose quartz. I'm using a lot of that
they
lately.
live forever, don't they?
Yeah. Oh, sorry about her.
Don't be sorry. This is listen, you're living mom life. The wonderful thing about this business is it's very like forgiving and customizable to everybody's situation, right?
Right. So I'm actually ready. I'm going to start. I mean, I wish I could. I'm just going to kind of pull up my sheet really quick to show you mine. So I've got all mine kind of piled up on here, and I'm going to get my spatula out and just start mixing.
Perfect. Now, do you like smush or do you chop? How do you
I kind of
mix
do it all. I smush, I chop, I spread, I smear.
We got all the adjectives going on. I like
Right,
a good
exactly.
smear. All right.
So I'm actually mixing mixing a lipstick as well, and it's one of Lee's recipes that she did in her custom blend training. I think it's like Lee's Luscious something like that. It's probably I'm sure the recipe's somewhere. Somewhere.
If not, she'll share it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm just mixing.
All right, I got my 4 down too. So it looks a little like that. And we're gonna start smearing. This is like my favorite part because it's almost, did anybody ever have those Zen gardens with like the sand and just so great.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
it's called Lee's Lovely Lip Stain. That's what it is.
There it is.
We
I
got
like
it.
the idea of putting beauty balm in it. I might grab some beauty balm just for the heck of it. How much is in your recipe?
3 pumps. So I added a pump to my beauty balm, and yeah, and I'm going to 3 pumps of that. Yeah, I've never actually put beauty balm in mine either. So this is not, I mean, it's so great to like see other people's recipes too, because you end up seeing things that you typically want to put in. So that's why I'm excited to try this recipe, because yeah, this is will be my first time adding beauty balm into my lip cream or lip stain, whatever you want to call it.
Me too. I'm gonna do it too. But I just like reading the ingredients in beauty balm because it's like 5 of the ingredients that the Asian culture has been using for like centuries. And I'm like, if they're using it, I want it.
Right.
All the time. Oh, this is becoming fun. It's like a cinnamon color. It's like a brown berry. I don't know if y'all can see that.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna quickly mix mine because I see the time, and I got to go pick up my girls from school, their first day of school. So I'm gonna quickly mix this just to show you the final color.
While you're doing that, I'm going to start scooping my powder now, which I'll do a swatch of it quickly for you. Oh, this is gorgeous. How pretty is that?
Oh yeah, that's
the
really
powder
pretty.
for Cinnamon Kiss. Now we're going to add the liquid.
Sorry.
Sorry, I love all of these Zooms that we've been able to do because I know what my future is going to look like in the next year. Kids. Listen, we can do it all, right? Be moms and be boss babes and build empires, right? We don't have to choose.
She's like, pay attention to me.
She wants to blend too, Mom.
Yeah.
All right, so I took all of them and added them to my beaker. I'm gonna start adding mine's 1 pump of pearl from the liquid. Oh, someone said your little girl's a future boss babe, Nikki.
All right, so here is my color. It's kind of like this purple rose tone to it. But yeah, I'm going to finish pouring this into my jar, and then I'm actually going to take off. So I'm so glad I was able to do this with you, Maliva.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
I'm glad I was able to share Lee's recipe. And I will see all of you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.
You got it. All right. Take care, Nikki. Hope they had a great day. Okay, so I added my Soothing Botanical. I added my pump of pearl, and now I'm putting 6 pumps of our Fringe Benefit. Ooh, I forgot. I have to add one additive in here. I have to go find it from my tower. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I have to do something really embarrassing. I have to get something from my tower. I totally only got dressed from the waist up. So don't judge me when you see me in like my pajama bottoms. Okay, what do I need to get? Glue red. Was not expecting to stand up. Okay, 2 pumps of blue red in here. This is a toner that we use for our liquid custom blend system. So now it looks like a fun little layer cake in there with all these different goodies. I'm gonna go ahead and mix. It's always so satisfying doing this because it feels like I don't know, just like my happy place. Does anybody else feel that way? Like you start blending and the whole world around you just kind of goes away and you get that like zen couple minutes in your day. So this starts to thicken up and becomes kind of like a cream-like consistency, which is really nice. It feels really great on the lips, which is why they're called lip creams. So I'll swatch it here in a second and then I'll put it on. So this is how it looks in the jar. Very cinnamon-like. Yes. I almost want it to have like the smell of Big Red. Anybody? I'm like, oh, it doesn't smell like cinnamon, but it's so pretty. Okay. Let me swatch them for you, and you're going to see how the powder changed when we added the liquids to it. So this was just the powder, and then as we added the liquid additives, it becomes a little bit deeper, right? Richer of a color. Ooh, I bet I could, Betty. That's a great idea. And now I'm going to put it on my lips. I'm not being super technical here. I'm using a Q-tip. I love them because they go on super creamy and then you like barely even feel them on your face. Like I wear these and then I forget. I know it's a great fall color. This should have been the color I used with my picture yesterday. I did a fall look with our Maven Matte and Rust and Roll, which it looked nice, but it's a little too brown. I think this would have been beautiful to bring in that like that warmth, that fall. So this is Cinnamon Kiss, everyone. Right in the recipe book, which is totally a free download that you can get in your back office. Although, Lisa, can you help correct me if I'm wrong? Is that something that you can also buy? And the company already did it? I know you can buy the manual.
Yeah, absolutely. You can purchase them on your back office if you're a business owner, or download. And honestly, they're cheaper to buy on the back office than to print out at like Staples. So
yeah,
totally and it's agree. Really nice, like quality paper and such. That's so pretty, Malayva.
Hey, I love it. This is a beautiful. So once again, it's called Cinnamon Kiss. Emily's not ready. I kind of am. Is that terrible? I don't know. I'm so basic. Like I like it. It started getting a little bit cooler in the morning and then sitting outside with like coffee and it's still sunny, but you have the like light breeze. I've been loving it. But yeah, I love this. Thank you. Great color, Ka. What do you think, Lisa? Should I whip up another one, or did we get enough by doing these two?
Whatever you feel like.
You tell me. It's 11:24. We can let you all decide. Do you want to see one more, or are you all happy and ready to get mixing on your own? How about you tell me?
I would keep mixing. That seems to be the general consensus here.
All right. Let's do it. Okay, so I have one more. I'm going to go a little bit of berry. So this one is going to be Wine Not. Or I was also looking at this one. Passion is a chrome, more of a metallic, which might be fun. Let me do that. I'm going to switch it up on you all because this is the same formula as the one I just did with Cinnamon Kiss. So let's do one from the Chrome collection, which once again is by Ka. She's super creative. Okay, so this one's called Passion, and it calls for Copper Frost, which is super pretty. Looks like this one. It calls for Garnet Frost. I'm gonna have to pull up my collection here. Garnet is like gorgeous even on its own. Like you could just use this if you like a deep kind of reddish berry color. Calls for garnet. It calls for the tourmaline, which I have out, which that was that hot pink. And then, oh, diamond dust. Diamond dust is super fun because it's like straight up glitter, but it's in like a shimmery powder form. Let me see if I can find it here. Ah, I have to swatch this for you all. It's beautiful if you haven't experienced diamond dust. And then it calls for fringe benefit, the pearl, the soothing. Ooh, and it calls for hydrator. Instead of hydrator though, I'm going to use the beauty balm like Lee suggested. Okay, so let's do beauty balm. And then it asks for pinch of coverage intensifier. And our coverage intensifier is from the powder line. And that helps create more of a full coverage powder when you're mixing powder foundations. So let me see here. I found this little craft bag like forever ago when I first started custom blending. It used to be like my special effects bag, but now I use it for all of my powders. Oh, cute. Okay. All right, so I have the coverage intensifier done. I'll move that. Let me grab a new beaker. All right, got a fresh beaker, and then I'll add them all later to their individual little pots. Okay, so for this one, I'm going to blend 1 dash of copper. Oh, I told you I'd swatched the diamond dust. It's super, super pretty. It would look great just like layered over anything too. Check this out. You see that? It's like literally looks like diamond dust. I love it. I wonder what it would look like if I just put it right over top. Now I'm playing. Huh, that's fun. It's like I don't ever play until I'm like forced to play, and then I love it. I need to like schedule time to just sit down and play. All right, a dash of copper frost. Let's do it. So I've got my copper frost here. Do a dash of this. Yeah, it does, Lisa. Thank you. And also too, like the powders help set on top of the lip cream. So if you want something that's truly more of like a stain or all day wear, you can put a little powder on top to set it. Just like you kind of normally would logically if you're doing your makeup and you use powder to set a liquid, you can do the same for lipstick. Okay, so that's the copper frost. Let's do this garnet. Okay, I have to swatch the garnet too because it's gorgeous. I'm running out of hand space. Isn't that really pretty? I did a light swatch of it too. It actually gets pretty, pretty deep. All right, so it's 2 dashes of this. So same size as what I did with the copper frost. 2 of those. Huh. Ka's like, mix more, mix more. So once again, this one is from the Chrome collection called Passion, right in the recipe book. And we want a pinch of the pink for tourmaline. So this is definitely going to be on the berry side, which I dig. I love a good berry lip. I think it's a staple. What am I doing? A pinch, pinch. All right. So we got a pinch of tourmaline and then a pinch of the other. So this is definitely going to be shimmery, going to have that metallic chrome-like finish. And then the diamond dust. Excited about this. Are there any questions popping up, Lisa, that I can kind of answer while I'm finishing this blend here?
I haven't seen any.
Oh, good.
Just enthralled. You're making it so simple and duplicatable.
Sweet. It really is. It's just like following a recipe. Like as long as you follow the recipe and then you don't have to worry about like baking times or your oven getting too hot because the situation is the same. We're just mixing powders.
Yeah, and I think, you know, the big goal too of referencing the recipe book is don't be afraid to mix, you know, which is why the classes are so nice because people are like, oh, it's not that hard, you know, but we
Mhm.
overcomplicate in our head and we don't even try sometimes. So I think it's cool for people to see that you've not made these before and you're just sort of winging it and having fun.
Yeah, well, and the best thing is too, so I did like an event doing this. So if you've ever seen like the painting with a twist type events, I know like social distancing right now, we have to be careful. But you can do this is what the pile of colors looks like before I blend, which I'm already digging. Kind of looks like a circus. I'm very happy about it. um, but I did a lip event where literally people just like gathered around the table and created their own lip. They created two lips based on the formula. I think I charged 15 for one or 25 for two. And everybody made two of their own blends and they used the recipe book, or if they felt confident, they just kind of created their own color blends and then used the same liquid additives to make it the consistency. And they got to walk with two blends. And it's super fun to have your customers empower them to do it because they take ownership of like, I created this blend for me. And I know before these past few months hit, like there were like lipstick bars and different things hopping up that were super boutique and specific to that type of cosmetic. And here you can do the exact same thing and you don't have to spend a fortune in a brick and mortar. You just do it in your home or somebody else's home.
Agreed. And I think this is something you can sort of do socially distance if you want, you know, just a small group of women in someone's home or in a salon. And it's a much better way to spend your money, I think. It's fun to paint the canvases, but then what do you do with them, you know?
Exactly.
So I just
Still
posted.
sitting in my closet.
I know, right? Ditto. I just posted an upcoming custom blend class next month.
Great.
Lee and I are going to be doing it together, so we're going to have fun. So you guys can join us if you'd like. That's so pretty.
That's what it looks like in powder form. So we're now going to make it a liquid. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer it over to my beaker. Well, thank you so much, Lisa, for inviting me to do this because it's forcing me to play and refreshing ideas. Like sometimes we don't remember things that we've done with customers in the past, and then we're like reminded of it. Like, oh my gosh, I should get back to that because it was super fun.
Thanks for taking the time. I think another great point with custom blend is if you are, you know, a professional artist or you own a spa or a salon and you want to really brand yourself and create sort of your own cosmetic line, you can do that.
Yes.
Purchase, you know, the packaging or the jars from wherever you want, and you could get, you know, labels made, or you could get them imprinted on your containers too if you want to take it a step further. But I think that that's really key because the custom blend system is so pure. It's a really healthy line for your skin. And there's also a tremendous amount of profitability in it because we buy sort of our back bar system with the liquid and the powder, and then you can mix anything within it. So we talk about all this in the classes. So if any of you have a friend, or we all know someone who works in the beauty industry and they're really going through a lot right now, and most people are, you know, I think grateful and appreciative when they're introduced to something that they can enjoy as a creative outlet, but also could add an additional stream of revenue to their business and their household. So
Absolutely. I'm so glad that you brought that up because I have a business partner that it's her dream to open her own place. And before obviously the pandemic happened, she was moving forward with leasing a facility, which she still will do in the future once things kind of open back up a little bit more. But she loves custom blend and she loves Motives Cosmetics. And so she was going to incorporate all of the skincare, all of the cosmetics, but then she was just going to have her own small section of her own private label vegan line that she was going to create her own colors and systems with custom blend. And so I love that you have the ability to create that with also not the huge upfront investment.
yeah, and in fact, Lee just sent me an article this morning. I didn't get a chance to read through it yet, but you know, the cosmetic industry is just shifting and changing so much, and I don't think we're ever going to see makeup testers at department stores like we used to. So you know, it's always sort of been our goal to bring the makeup counter to the client and give them a really personalized experience where we're getting to know them and offer solutions and create lifelong value. And so I think this all just sort of ties in perfect. That's fun. So Linda made a great point, and I know actually you and I have a business partner who has a salon who does this, but you can mix the mineral toners into a clear nail base coat for custom nail colors.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
And Linda, you're from Hawaii, I think, right? Yeah, she's from Hawaii.
I'm so excited to see this go on. Okay, hold on. I'm going to remove this one that I put on, and I'm going to put Passion. Our makeup remover wipes are like the most amazing thing ever. They're super soft. I feel good using this on all types of skin.
Yeah, I have those on my auto ship 2 packs because I have a 10-year-old daughter who uses them all the time too. But
they also make great giveaways. Because so many people, you know, like you talked about with the counters changing a lot, so many consumers were used to seeing like free gift with a certain amount of purchase, and that makes an excellent free gift with purchase. And then it's something consumable because they need to come back for them every 30 days.
Yeah, and I think you guys touched on that in the beginning, but it's a point worth reiterating where once you have a session with your client and you're mixing them up, whether it's a custom foundation or powder or something more playful and colorful. Oh, I love that.
Oh my God, I'm obsessed. I can't wait to do this.
You have their formula or any formula, or you use other people's formulas, but so you can duplicate it, and it's really
oh my God,
profitable. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. That's
clearly I'm excited because I'm like cackling over here.
From the Chrome collection, right?
Yep, from the Chrome collection underneath the lip section. Oh my God, I love it.
It is a good fall color, Shelly, totally.
And I love it because it's not, some people shy away from like too deep of a berry. And so this is a great like middle of the road, like in-depth color that women that are more not used to a lip or more used to like something neutral or not too intense. This is a great like transition for them. I love it. That's so pretty. I'll take a picture and post it in the group then. But that one is Passion from the Chrome collection in the recipe book. Yep. So I did Cinnamon Kiss as the first one, and then I just did Passion as the second one. And one is more of like an earthy cinnamon color, and then the other is more of a berry.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So pretty. They're both really pretty, but I'm partial to berries. I love this one, is so pretty on you.
Me too. And it does, I think someone said that they thought it would match my makeup perfectly, and it really does. Because I used the Viva palette on my eyes today. Actually, on my entire face today. That palette is so great because it has like everything.
It's so versatile. Yeah, you and I were talking before we went live, like all you need is a Viva palette and then the static palette from Lala's collection, and like you're good to go.
That's my else.
You know what? You said this earlier, but the texture of that lippie is so amazing because it's a lot of pigment, but you don't even feel it. Like you forget you're wearing it, and it's really soft and silky.
Totally
and
agree.
it have great staying power because it is like a pure raw pigment that's just melting into your skin. So I know a lot of people aren't wearing a lot of lip stuff because of masks and whatnot, but if you put this on in the morning, it sort of tints your lips throughout the day, and it has a lot of staying power. It's not going to wipe off as easily as maybe a traditional lipstick would. So try it out. Yeah.
That's such a great point. And I just want to throw out there, because it is a liquid, make sure that when you're putting it in a container, it's a container that has a screw top, because I made that mistake very much in the beginning. I just went to like a craft supply store and bought the kind that just has like a closable lid, but air does tend to get into that. So make sure it is a screw top jar where the lid can actually screw onto the jar.
Yeah, and you can even get the little, sphere tubes or the lip gloss tubes with
Yeah.
spongy and apply it that way. I have the same type of container you have, and I do think if you use a lip brush, that makes a big difference too. That's so pretty.
Oh yeah, lip brush is amazing. Even like some of the disposables, like the doe foots you can use as well. I mean, I'm like using a Q-tip because that's what I had,
Yeah,
but absolutely.
You know, if anyone wants to do a workshop with people, you guys see this doesn't take long to mix up. It's fairly simple and you don't need a ton of supplies. You already have your custom blend system. So it's really just Q-tips to apply and everyone shares blending paper. Yeah, it would. Carmen said it'd be fun to create a fall custom blend collection. Yeah, because you can maybe pick 3 to 5 shades, mix them up, take a photo, share it with your customer base or on social media, and just take orders because you can, it's like baking when you're baking for your family, you just double, triple the recipe, right?
Yeah, that's such a great idea because you can create your own seasonal colors and then just market them. And I mean, I would sell for like it depends on your area, but like $15 to $20.
Mhm.
And the cost of it is like negligible. It's like $2 to make.
Yeah.
And so that's pretty decent profit if you sell like 10 of these. That's an incredible way. We have a huge conference coming up. So I mean, thinking about ways to make like goodies that you want to treat yourself to, or conferences or things in business. It's a great way to earn some capital to be able to invest in yourself and your brand.
Mm-hmm. Love it. Well, I think that's an awesome way to wrap it up. Thanks everyone for joining us. A lot of people are sharing great ideas. You can make bundles with the lips, the eyes, the cheeks, you know, and create a whole fall collection of a bronzer and a shadow and a blush that match your lippie and vice versa. And so I encourage everyone to go back and watch the replays on this Facebook page on the Motives by Lauren Ridinger page. We also will upload these to our YouTube playlist, which is for custom blends specifically. So, you know, share with your friends. If you are a beauty advisor and a custom blend consultant, don't be afraid to get your hands dirty and mix it up, you know, and then share with us. You know, we have our group community page, our official pro partner page. So share your recipes. The Inspired by You recipe book, the whole goal why we named it that is we continue to add to it with everyone's recipes, and that way it's a really cool collection from all of our custom blend consultants, and you can have your name in print, which is pretty fun. So yeah, thanks everyone again. Have a great day. Thank you so much, Maleva. This was fun.
Of course, it was fun. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope we can help. If you have any questions, we'll come back and visit the Facebook chat, and I'll take a picture of my look and post it. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone.
Awesome. Bye-bye.